Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me at 1 p.m. Eastern. Yes, we're here every day. Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. Jocelyn, Catherine, Lynn, Jackie, Jama's in the house. Nice to see you. There's my girl, Nancy. Yay. Isn't it so fun to be together? I think it is. Hi, Doris and Martha. Anyway, I am excited about today's show because I'm going to be this is, pardon the wild hair. I've got, my hair is kind of dampish and I'm just trying to air dry it a little bit more than I have been in the past. You know how it is. You don't want to be hitting the heat all the time. Hey, Jen and Carla, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Lynn in the house. So today I'm going to do a little bit of teaching on the time block sheets. We've had a lot of interest. People are asking, what are these time block sheets that we're talking about? I'm going to show you right now so you can go get one, print it out. You know, you can't write on it. It's a PDF. Here it is. It's called the time blocking sheet. Go to savingdinner.com/time. That's where we hide them. Hi, Mary Ann. Hi, my girl, Tanya. I'm so glad you're all here. Now, you are going to be asked, you're going to go get it, you know, almost like you'll check out and you'll get it and all of that. It's just worth it. I'm going to make a strong suggestion right now here at the top of the show. Print out more than one copy. Okay, do yourself a favor. Print out several copies. Okay, we're going to get into it. I promise you, you're going to appreciate this. I promise. Hello, Susan. Susan, you know what? This show's for you, honey. It's for you. You're going to really, really appreciate what this can be. I've got a before and I've got an after. Okay. Gosh, my hair really is kind of crazy looking. Sorry. I'm having a hard time with this. I gotta do something with it. It's distracting. Anyway, so here we go. Now you've seen, this is the secret. I'm doing my hair online. There it is. That's better. Our quote of the week is, if I can find it, good grief. Do we have a quote of the week, Jenny? There it is. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory. And today I'm going to be showing you exactly what this looks like. This is such a good quote because we get bogged down in all the theory. We get bogged down in all the ideas, all the this, that, and the other thing. And the needle mover is just doing something. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Now, we did the Get Strong webinar. That was last night. I sure hope that you joined me. If you didn't, you can go watch it again. You know, I have a whole different concept of how fitness can be worked into your life. It doesn't have to take over. And really, what are we after here? We're not trying to be bikini models. We're trying to be strong and vibrant in our own darn lives, right? You can't ask somebody else to do it for you. You got to do it yourself. Check it out at savingdinner.com/strong. You can watch the webinar. You can download the guide. You can see me in my workout clothes, you guys. All of me, you know, not a perfect bod. I'm telling you, not a bikini bod whatsoever. But darn it, I'm strong. It's all right there. I'm going to show you exactly what to do and how to do it and how to fit it into your day. That's right. You took it to the UPS store and made 100. Look at you. There you go. Nancy, you're so smart. I love that. Anyway, there's my girl, Lucy. So glad to have you here. So we're going to be talking about the time block sheet. And again, it is going to rock your world. I'm going to give you some principles first, but you know, we got to go there. Get your Get Strong challenge that starts this next week coming up. We're right now doing the collagen challenge. And then this Thursday, hold on to your seats. This Thursday night on the 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern. Look, if you can't make it live, you can watch the recording. Be there because this is about getting through the holidays vibrantly. So we start now because you know what? It that whole cavalcade of is once the Halloween candy is in the house, I know that's the signal. Game off. I don't want that for you. I also want you to be able to see the way I am looking at the rest of the year, right? You know what I'm seeing for the rest of the year? There are still goals to accomplish. There is still time to have things move in your life. And no, we're not going to dismiss the rest of the year because the holidays are here. We're going to actually accomplish something. What do you think of that? Yes. So we're talking about all of it and staying on track and really having a vibrant holiday season. Savingdinner.com/holiday to go grab your seat. It's going to be a workshop. I'm going to be teaching you things. I'm going to be showing you things. I'm going to be opening your eyes. I promise you, because this is the stuff that moves the needle. Got it? There you go. So we got that. We've got question and answers every single Friday. Are you missing out? Don't want to miss out. Savingdinner.com. Send your questions into support@savingdinner.com and in that subject line, question for Leanne on Friday. I'm telling you, this is how we get things done, y'all. That's how you get your stuff answered. I've got everything laid out on my desk. We're going to go through it. Bada bum, bada bum, bada bum. Right, Yvonne? I'm glad you're here. So measuring is a magical thing. It really is. I think it shifts the way we look at things, because most everything of any kind of value, those are the things that we consider to be important. Hello, Catherine. I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad Jenny's here too, because I forgot to tell you about our supplement of the week. Do you know that the supplement of this is our most popular supplement of the week, but we could run out. This is it right here, Full Bloom Beauty Support. We also have Full Bloom Beauty Support in the old labeling, but I'd like to hold this one up because that's what the new one looks like. Isn't it so pretty? Beauty Support will change your life. It will help you produce the collagen that you need. And if you buy 3, get 1 free. That's a screaming deal. I love that. Everybody should be grabbing that one. Savingdinner.com/show. Read all about what's there, right there. I know you love it, Yvonne. I know you do. We all love it. It's made a huge difference. So again, we're going to go back to the magic of measuring. And I mean, that's something that you can measure. That is a measurable thing. When you take your supplements, you measurably feel better, right? You can see it on your, I've showed you my pictures. I've got the receipts. I know exactly what this stuff is and how it works. It does work. I can show you in my pictures. Hey there, Mimi. So we like to measure because when we're measuring, we're measuring the right way, we get to watch the needle move in our lives toward the thing that we want or away from the thing that we don't want, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. In research, a decision needs to be made at the beginning of what should be measured, because when they're sitting down to do a research study, like they're trying to, in any kind of research, they're trying to figure out what is the most significant part, what is the thing that is going to show why you should be using this, maybe this supplement, or because I read a lot about supplements in research or food or whatever. Why is this particular thing the thing that we need to have in our lives? Why? It's one of the things that they do. So they do it by assessing which specific variables will create the most significant outcomes. So they've done this, like, I shared the study on conjugated linoleic acid. We have that. It's the Get Lean CLA, and how after taking it for 12 to 14 weeks, consistently over that time, it significantly, that's the word from the research, reduced belly fat, deep abdominal fat, and thigh fat. And that was the thing that made me put my hand up and say to our formulator, hey, I want this. Can I get this? And we have it in the shop. These are needle movers. When we find out about these and we do this and the researchers do this, that's when we start to take notice that, hey, maybe something is a little different, a little off, or a little whatever. But that's important stuff. Those are the things that we need to do. So in other words, what we're looking for is what's going to have the most impact. It's measured. It's measurable. And this leads us to a very different life, oftentimes. We find out that some work and some don't. We find out that some have a lot of, we find out that we're doing this with our time as well, that some people have more time than others, but guess what? We all have the same amount of time. It's like that old discussion about fat versus muscle. 5 pounds of fat meat, when you hear somebody say that muscle weighs more than fat, that is not true. 5 pounds of fat and 5 pounds of muscle weigh exactly the same thing. It's volume. It's how the size works. It's basically, this is fat, this is muscle. That's how that works. And same with when people say, I just don't have time. I don't have any time. You have the same amount of time as anyone else. We all have the same amount of time. The question then becomes, and the part that's measurable is, how is your time spent? Or how is your time squandered? Or how's your time wasted? Or worse, how's your time killed? I'm just sitting around killing time. So we always have to look at this, and we have to figure out, what is it? What is it here? So we know some people do a lot of caregiving. They've got little kids or elderly parents. There's a lot of time that just seems like it's little nitpicky here and a little nitpicky there. We lose it here and we lose it there. That's just what happens with time, and it just, the next thing you know, where did it go? So you have to reassess and rejudge about how to spend that time well. So, but the thing that we can all agree on is that the measurement we can never really be sure of, and that is time. We can never really be sure. How much time do we have? Do you know how much time you have left on this earth? We had a kind of a shaking thing happen. Do you remember? Do you remember that? It was a couple of weeks ago, and we talked very specifically about how many weeks we may have left on this earth. It was like 4,000 and something weeks. And if you are such and such an age, then that means you have 752 weeks. We went down into the place of understanding what time really looks like granularly. And that's kind of scary. It's scary to look at time this way, but we don't know how much time we have. And this is why we have to get to the place of measuring our time carefully, because it's so precious, because we have no clue how much we have. So you remember Mick Jagger? Anyone? Time is on your side. And then he hollers back, yes, it is. Well, I agree with him on that. Time is on our side if we cherish it, if we treasure it, because it is one of the only things that there's a huge amount of uncertainty next to it. We don't know how much time we have, and it's precious. So I say it's not only a measurement, but it's also a currency. It can be wasted. It could be spent wisely or unwisely. It can be killed, So today I'm going to teach you how to use one of the most effective measuring sticks out there. It's the time block sheet. I've had people talk about this time block sheet like, I don't know what to do with it. There's 2 columns. I'm talking to you, Susan. There's a whole bunch of, and I get that. And it's for people who want to stack things up and what have you. And I've also, in my coaching and in Inner Circle, people who are in Inner Circle know this, everybody gets a one-on-one with me. And I've found that, I get this because I can sorely relate to this. There is a lot of piling on and a lot of detail and a lot of too muchness happening when it comes to these time blocking sheets. And that's why I want to walk you through them. Now, on Thursday, when we go through all of this, not only are we going to be looking at time blocking, but we're going to be looking at goals, and we're going to be looking at how we put goals into affirmations and how we can use I've got you guys have seen this before, and I'm telling you, it's one of the most effective tools we have, the Take Back Your Life journal, to effectively handle the rest of the year. Because the sad thing is when we say, oh, there's just not that much time left for this year anyway. 2022 is going to be my year. 2021 is still a year. We have 73 days left in this year. Yes, Lynn, exactly. I want everybody to take a look and see what Lynn said. She said she's taking back her life. Lynn's got a story. Don't we all? We've all got a story. And listen, it's time to start listening to our own stories and applying them when it comes to your time, because without time being on your side, like Mick Jagger said, you just don't hold on to the preciousness of what it really is. We need our time and we need to spend it absolutely 100% wisely, because that is what's going to bring in the satisfaction of what our lives can and should be, simply because we understand that and we grasp that and hold it firmly, preciously in our hands. Amen? So here's the deal. Here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to show you how to use this. I'm going to show you what it is. First of all, this is the time block sheet right here, right there. Look at that. Isn't it exciting? It goes from 6 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. You can make it as long or as big as you want, but I'm going to tell you what. This is going to be your wake-up call. The way that I want you to use a time block sheet is absolute bone honesty, because do you know what? Do you know that 71% of us lie to ourselves? This is a fact, that we lie to ourselves of where our time is going. Most of us think that we're spending our time productively. And you know what the truth is? 71% of us are not. We're frittering it away drip by drip. And I will tell you, drip by drip will sink a boat. It will sink a boat. If you have a boat with just an insy bitsy hole, drip by drip, that water's going to get in there. And that will bring that whole boat down. I don't care how big it is. It will still sink the boat. You understand this? It'll ruin a house. If you allow an unrepaired roof, drip by drip, to not be taken care of, it will ruin your house. It will ruin your house, your home, the place you dwell in. I'm talking about your life right now. And that's why it is such a precious thing to be able to look at something like this and say, you know what? I'm going to get into the weeds. And I don't know, maybe you need to have a glass of wine and sit down there and just say, okay, I'm going to get really bone honest with this. And then I'm going to look at it and I'm going to be terrified and horrified. Okay? I'm going to show you what terrified and horrified could look like, because what I'm going to share right now is typical. And I'm going to show you a remake of what your timesheet could look like if you have your goals put together and you're sliding them all in. And this is going to help you so much, Susan. This is going to help you, because now, and I've had other people say, well, so where do my goals go? Well, you're going to find out today. If you don't have Take Back Your Life journal yet, go get it. savingdinner.com/journal. And I'm going to, I'm not even going to mince my words here. If you are not actively working on your goals every single day, why? Don't you want vibrancy in your life? You can't do that by wishing upon a star. It is not going to happen unless you deliberately work it into your day every single day. Okay? Every single day. This is what this book is about. This is what this journal is about, with the training and everything. And I am adamantly in love with this whole way of doing it, because it brings and drills everything down to 3 goals. 3 goals. Those are doable. 12 weeks. That is doable. This is a book that will change your life. That's all I have to say. I'm just going to drop that mic right here. Go get the book. I implore you, get the book, especially if your life looks like this. Here you go. This is how it works. All right. This is how it works. This is a time blocking sheet. So 6:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, this woman, married, I don't even know, kids, maybe yes, kids, maybe not. Let's just go without kids for right now. Okay. Just why not? Because we could fit kids into here, whatever. But here you go. 6 o'clock in the morning, hits the alarm The alarm goes off, hits snooze. 6:30, finally gets up, has coffee, takes the dog out. And then there's a little Facebook. There's some games, a little Instagram, some TikTok maybe. And then there's breakfast, a little toaster waffle situation, or, I don't know, whatever those toaster things are. 7:30, oh my gosh, I got to get ready for work. Runs in, takes a shower, gets on the road, hair's wet like mine today. Not ready. But, eating that toaster waffle thing, maybe on the commute. Gets to work maybe 5 minutes late. Rushed, full of stress, the whole thing. They're at work, okay? Gets through, and then it's 12 o'clock. Behind the 8 ball, so much to go, so many things, yada, 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 complaining at the water cooler. You know the drill. The office gossip. Then she's realizing, oh my gosh, I've got this stuff due. What am I going to do? I have to, I'm going to have to work at my desk today. So one of the gals in the office is going to go through the golden arches. She puts in her order, hands her a $10 bill, and she's eating her lunch, does a little bit of work, then starts checking all the social media again. Maybe has a little game time. Then it's time to go back to work. Goes back to work, gets it done. Then finally, phew, what an awful day. She's feeling like crap, feeling like she's going to fall asleep. 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's time to commute, going home. Gets home, takes the dog out, and then turns on immediately, been binge watching The Crown, binge watching Downton Abbey or whatever. I'm just talking about the ones I've done personally, truth be told. Heats up some takeout from the night before maybe, or some pizza, or too tired, calls for pizza. And then for the rest of the evening until about midnight and playing on the phone and doing social media and binge watching all of that, finally goes to bed. Exhausted, hating her day, feeling like crap. That is typical. That's typical. And I know it's ugly, and everybody, maybe you're saying, oh, but that's, whatever. But this, and if you, by the way, if you get the Daily Dish, you'll see the time blocking sheets that I'm talking about today in tomorrow's newsletter. So make sure you go get that. That's it. Just go to savingdinner.com and you sign up. We send one email a day, and it's always good stuff with lots of good stuff in it. Now, this is a makeover right here. This is a time blocking sheet from Veronica Vibrancy. That's her name, Veronica Vibrancy. This gal is, her name is Penelope Procrastination, right? You know her, who she is. Okay. So Veronica gets up at 6 a.m. Her alarm goes off at 6 a.m. She's up. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, that's right. Poor Penelope. She was in bed. She hit the snooze button because she was tired because she went to bed too late the night before. You know how that is. All right. So she gets up. She meditates, puts on her coffee, takes the dog, does the sweaty part of her workout. Her sweaty part of her workout. Because if you saw the Get Strong webinar last night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to do it all at one time. It doesn't have to be exhausting, and you don't have to get sweaty all the time. But she's doing the sweaty part right now before the shower. She journals, she reads, she writes her goals out every day because that's part of her journal. And she's done, and then she showers, gets ready for work, makes a smoothie and drinks it on the commute if she's hungry. But if she's not, she's going to go ahead and intermittently fast. And then she has her supplements already ready to go with her that she'll take with her smoothie. Smart girl, right? And she gets to work on time because she left on time, and she wasn't rushed because of that extra half hour of getting up early. So when she gets to work, she gets right away, gets to work. She's not frittering her time around and sitting around the water cooler talking and gossiping and whatever else. And she's forwarding memes on, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what a waste of time. Then at 9 a.m., she's like, oops, didn't do the 4-minute workout. I'm going to do it right now. She does her 4-minute workout, does it right there. And then at 10 a.m., it's arms day. So she's going to do 5 minutes of YouTube arms. She's got her little weights right there in her office. 5 minutes. And she's standing up and maybe does some high knees or whatever, because sitting all the time, if you saw the Get Strong webinar, you know, is evil. Sitting all the time is tantamount to smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Yes, you heard me. It doesn't work. So then at lunchtime, guess what else she did? She packed her lunch. And in her lunch, she's got the hot melt soup, she's got some hot melt salad, and she's got a little bit of protein because she is sprinting that week. If she wasn't, she'd just have a nice thing of soup and some leftover protein from the night before. She's going to go out and take a walk with a friend because that's going to be better, being outside and getting her vitamin D, having somebody to talk with. Maybe they're reading a book together. She laughs, she connects, and she then finishes up with a quick 4-minute workout that she does with her friend. 2 o'clock, she's going to do a 5-minute additional workout with her little weights, whatever. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? She's fitting this into her day. Do you think somebody is going to say, oh, no, you can't do that. You can't do a 5-minute walk into your office and say you can't do that? Of course not. And then at 3 p.m., she texts her spouse to say, I love you. Can't wait to see you tonight. Does the same thing with her kids. 5 p.m., she commutes home. When she gets home, she does a 4-minute workout. She makes dinner. She eats dinner. She cleans up. She does her evening ritual in the book. She stretches and eats dinner, cleans up, does her evening ritual. Then watching TV, because she watches TV too, she's going to stretch. She's going to do some yoga or something. But while she's watching TV, she's aware that she's got tight IT bands and they really hurt. So rather than just talk about how much her IT band's all over Facebook, she's going to do something about it. She gets down on the floor. She foam rolls and she stretches out, and she's found out what kind of exercises are going to help with that. And then maybe she has a little time to do some more reading or some crafting or something else that she finds enjoyable. By 9:30, she's in a hot bath, getting ready for the night, taking her nighttime supplements, probiotics, sleepies, etc. 10 o'clock, night. And she starts her day. Now, all through this, you will see this, your IT bands are what connect your hips and your hip bones connected to your leg bone, kind of a thing. So what this whole thing is that you'll see is that one of her goals is that she is an athlete. I'm using my goals, okay? I am an athlete. So what does my goal mean? Then it means that I'm going to figure out a way to figure out how to get that athlete stuff into my day. I've got 5 minutes right here. Yes, athletes, you can do it. It's called creasing the groove. If you watched last night, you know that's what it is. And you just bring in a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here. That texting your spouse and texting your kids, that's part of a goal. Because my goal using my goals is connection, a deep connection with my children, with my spouse, so that they know that they are deeply loved and cared about and appreciated every single day. Okay? And then just if there's some projects, if there's a little extra laundry or a little something that needs to be done, if you just do a load, just fold those towels, just do whatever, nothing is a project anymore. And then, I went through all of this, and you can see the difference like so. I want you to notice there's no columns here, no columns. For some people, it's like you write it all the way across. We did it like this. I don't even know. I think this was Danny who did this a long time ago. We could recreate this if we wanted to. But the point is, where does your time go? This time blocking sheet is the honest one of poor Penelope, procrastinator. This is the new and improved one from Veronica, vibrancy. She got it. She got it. If I'm not going to fit it into my day, then it doesn't get done. If I don't put it into my day deliberately, then I'm wasting my time because my goals aren't being met and my vibrancy is being lost in the shuffle. My vibrancy, I'm giving up for binging on Netflix. I'm giving up for the snooze button. I'm giving up for being rushed and harried all the time, and it doesn't work. It never will work. And that's what happens. So this is how you create the day that you want, by taking a look at what your goals say. And once you have these goals and you see, like, for example, one of mine is for my spiritual and intellectual and emotional goals is I am an active reader and invest my heart, mind, and soul in my relationships, right? I took two goals, made it into one, and an intentional and affirmative statement. You know why? Because I want both of those things in there. And you know why? I need to write this down every day so it imprints in my brain. And you know why? Because if I don't intentionally add my goals and little things that I do to make these goals happen into my daily day, then I'm not going to have these things happen. It's just going to be more pie in the sky. And I don't know about you, but I'm done wishing upon a star and hoping. It doesn't work that way. It works when we work it and when we put it in. That's why we use the time block sheet. It's imperative. The other thing that you can do, right, and how to use these and how to create the day that you want so that you can do a before and after is simply these things. Number one, it's goals. You use the Take Back Your Life journal to whittle down all the things that your little heart desires and create actual 3 intentional affirmative goals starting with I am. That's it. That's going to make all the difference in the world. Like I said, the training's coming up on Thursday. If you want to be there, savingdinner.com/holiday. This is not just to get through the holidays, but it's also to get through the rest of the year and to finish with a bang. I don't know about you. I want to be proud about this year. I want to say, I did it, I did it, I did it. Check the box, check the box, check the box. This is how that's all going to work out. Plus, those who attend, we also we have other things invited. You'll see what it is. You drop stuff you want. Number 2 is you drop stuff you want to do in your day when you're most productive. That's another thing. Because some people, they're just like they wide-eyed and bushy-tailed first thing in the morning, and that's their most productive time. I'm not going to talk about what being a night owl is, because being a night owl is overriding your circadian rhythm, and it's one of the worst things you can do for your health. And I'll stand on that one. As a reformed night owl, I will tell you, I know this. I have read all the research, all the studies in the world. And you might find 1 or 2 that will say, as long as you get enough sleep. You cannot deny the circadian rhythm. You've got to be in bed earlier. That's when the healing happens, and that's when your body regroups and regenerates. And there's a lot of work that needs to go on while you're in there. So here's this. If you say, I am more productive in the evening once I've had my work thing and all of that, okay, cool. That's great. But just remember, you don't want to flick the switch on so much that when you go to bed that night, you're just like, we don't want that. What we want is to fit things in as they go. So your projects might be in the evening, your reading might be in the evening, but can I just make a case that maybe you're not reading a murder mystery before you go to bed? You're reading something that's affirmative and all of that. There's a subconscious mind too that we have to be very aware of, and that also fits into the equation here. Number 3, to-dos have everything to do with your goals. Your to-dos have everything to do with your goals. So here I had, there it is. On here, my goals were all in here. The exercise, goals. The connecting with a friend, goal. During the lunch thing. Texting spouse and kids, goal. Stretching, etc. Yoga while watching TV, goal. Reading, goal. All of this stuff is goals. And it makes for that goal being worked on and easing into things. Here's something that happens too. This is another piece of another little dribble of secret sauce, if you will. When you do these things, they become easier as they go. You're flexing your decision muscle and you're making a choice for something that's better for you than the old stuff that you were doing. You'll find you're less attracted to hanging out and just binge watching all night long sitting on your can. You'll decide that's just not worthy of my time anymore. Or I do want to finish watching Downton Abbey, right, Mimi? I love that. That was such a great show. I do. But why not get on the floor and do some yoga stuff or a foam rolling or something else that's going to promote your goals? We all need downtime. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying everything can't be downtime, because then it becomes not downtime. It becomes ignore time. It becomes rebuffing your lifetime, and it becomes a regret later. Number 4, copy off several of these sheets. Just trust me on that, okay? Copy them off. savingdinner.com/time. Get them, copy them off, go through them. I don't care how many times you need to put them together, but do your before as honest as you possibly can, and then start creating a new time block. How would I like to spend my time? What would make me proud of my day? How can I redeem the time here? That's always a great question. Understand too that your morning and your evening rituals, which are explained thoroughly here in your Take Back Your Life journal, those are merely the bookends of your life. That's how you start your day. It's how you end your day, and they're quick. They don't take a whole lot of time. And yeah, you might want to use those as a goal to have that in there until you finally get into the habit of doing them. But they themselves are not the goals as much as your relationship goals, your intellectual goals, and your physical goals, etc. And again, there's a training as well that goes with this Take Back Your Life journal. I want you, number 6 is excellence and not perfection. You are not going to be as good at this as our little friend, Veronica Vibrancy. She's good. She's pretty excellent, but yours isn't going to look like this every single time. How about, though, it's something that we shoot for? Shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. Why not? Why not? The option is to beat yourself up if you don't do it, or the option is to drop your perfectionism and just say, hey, you know what? I didn't get it all, but I sure as heck did it excellently, and it sure looks better than the old one does. Which one fits better? Number 7, on a day that you have extra time, like my day is Sunday, do something. Do some chunking. Time chunking is another thing. We're going to be talking about that a little bit tomorrow. It's a different idea than this whole idea of time blocking. Time chunking is when you look at it and you go, you know what? I can do some batch cooking. I did that. I marinated a whole bunch of chicken. I'm trying a new recipe. By the way, it's delicious. We had it last night. It's big project time. It's paint. It's do projects around the house. It's clean out the garage time. It's menu plan. It's brain dump time. It's things where this is where you don't have time. This is where you're going to take that time. So if you can start doing some of these things, and you can start looking at your time in a very different way and understand that it is a measurement that you don't have precise control over, because you don't know how many days you have. You don't know how your days are numbered or not, do you? Either do I. This is why I think this is one of the most important things that we can get into and start living our lives on purpose and for purpose. We can't do that unless we value and cherish our time. And that's a measurement that I don't want you to ever lose. Amen? Well, that went long. Sorry about that. Didn't mean for it to go quite so long. But I think it's an important topic. We're talking about it all week. Peace be with you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Listen, if you want to get signed up for our Thursday webinar, it's real easy, savingdinner.com/holiday. And don't forget, you don't have to be there live. I'd love you to be, but you can get the replay simply by signing up. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace be with you.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.